Yes, I would like to start a new game. Okay, here we go. This is where it started. Ah, here we go. What remains of Edith Finch? The audio okay, or is it still too loud? I have to narrate every action. Oh, I've got flowers. Ooh, I'm stroking my book like a good school student. There we go. All right, now I'm flicking open the first page with
a lot of
sheer ferocity.
Makes sense.
I want her voice to be really loud. Because they don't, for some reason, have anything.
And I'm sorry about that.
Oh, there it is.
I'm just going to start at the beginning.
Sorry.
With the house.
Oh, I'm just going to be starting at the beginning with the house. As the text fades away, Critic Zeus comes onto the screen looking handsome as ever. As he can see a beautiful house off in the distance. He wonders to himself, oh, I wonder why anyone would be...
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Before he was rudely interrupted by the text, he was going to say he was wondering how on earth someone would build something like that. He realized that also this is very much a walking simulator, and they have someone else narrating, not just himself.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Well, isn't that interesting? Zeus thought to himself, hoping that no one else could hear him.
Since my brother Lewis's funeral.
I do like how the text is coming up, though. He said to himself, nonchalantly.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Zeus was very...
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Zeus, previously, before he was interrupted yet again by the text and the woman speaking over him, at the ferocity in which she had removed the key from her pocket and shoved it into my viewing space. All right, let's go to the Finches, which I'm taking us up this way, right? Woman that's talking to me via this video game. Is this up to the... what? Now you don't speak? Zeus says quite angrily after being rudely interrupted numerous times.
I wouldn't have driven this way in a long time,
there we go.
but I saw a few hoof prints.
Wait, I didn't read that. Wait, what? There were hoof prints? Hoof prints? Where? Zeus thought to himself. Oh, hoof prints. Oh, doe. A deer. A female deer. Yes, of course. Zeus joked. Lightly.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Oh, why not?
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Ooh, well, we better go find them out, shouldn't we, chat? Shouldn't we? Ah, man, I'm so excited.
The house was exactly like I remembered it.
Yep.
The way I'd been dreaming about it.
Yep, it's standing up somehow. It would really suck if you had like something else you had to go do today rather than watch me play this. Gotta say. Ooh, rub every...
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Wait. She's afraid of the house? Oh my god. Is it a haunted house? I don't know. Let's open the garage first, though. Well, I'm going to be rudely interrupted all the time. So I shouldn't speak at all instead. Okay. All right. I'll just give you my facial expressions and you guys can read them.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. For the first time in years,
2010. Ugh. January, though.
I felt like I was home.
Well, that's one way to get mercury poisoning.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Oh, this reminds me of, like, my family, too. Like, no one ever did the dishes. There were really, 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 really old Chinese containers around the place, too. Cool.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
I mean, no problem about that, right? Sorry, I couldn't do just the facial expressions. We're just going to have to deal with her interrupting me every 10 seconds. All right, so we've got Dawn, Edith, Eddie, Lewis. Lewis has passed away. Eddie is probably the grandma, and Edith is the young one. Maybe I am Edith. We don't know. Am I Edith? I don't know. Do we know already? I don't know. In loving memory of Lewis Finch. Oh, okay. So he died in 2010. All right, so no one's been here in like a year, pretty much. From my deductions as a streamer / detective. Who the fuck cleaned this place last time? What?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Yes. Ooh. Someone just left their iPod here? Pfft, idiots. Oh. I think someone's been put into a home.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Ooh, Edie. Yes. Oh, free oxygen, though. Win. Who was eating out of a children's plate? Odd. Anyway.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
What do you mean?
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
What? The original house after it sank? What? The Aleph, Labyrinths, King in Yellow. Do you know they hired someone to name all the books here? I bet you there aren't two of a kind. The Library of Babel, Pastriolaria. Oh, no, there are. Here we go. Here we go. Whoa, I saw it. Wait, the King in Yellow? Where was the King in Yellow up here? The King in Yellow. They recycled names. Okay, that's it. I'm nah, 9 out of 10 so far. Oh, the Aleph. Now they've got 2 books that they've recycled. 8 out of 10. Shit. Ooh. Interesting. Barbara. Let me just... Oh, shit. Sorry, I bet.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara.
Sven!
Along with the rest of the house.
Why is Sasquatch in the background? What the fuck? What? Oh! Oh, she was in Sasquatch. The movie? Oh, this is cool. Do you know what? I actually kind of like these games because it's kind of like going into someone else's house that you've never known or ever been to or haven't even been invited to. And you just get to look around and snoop. What's in here?
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Yeah. Neither did I. But yeah, like, so going through people's houses is just so much fun. Not much wrong with that, right? I gotta say this, though. There must have been something really bad that went on here for everyone just to leave. You know what I'm trying to do, right, chat? Wait, what? Oh, a Viking's belly. A Viking's belly. Ooh. Trying to find Aleph. Okay, I can't quite. Wait, control and shift did the same thing? Weird. Anyway, let's interact with this.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Oh, okay. Like what?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
What the fuck has happened with his family? That is so unfortunate. Why is this sealed off? Oh, this is the key. Oh no. Ooh. That is like a haunted. That's a haunting. You've sealed that off because you don't want anything coming out of there. Ooh, the Pacific Pantry. Oh. Witch's Kitchen. That's a nice name for a cooking book. Cross Greek Cookery. A good table. I think I've got that. Let me just jump in here and go up. Oh, okay. Would have been cool to implement that, but anyway.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Shark!
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Whoa.
I think my
Holy
mom
shit.
sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Dude, this is a room. This is a room.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
I like what she's wearing. I don't know why, but there's something about those fingerless gloves and that jumper that just
Turns out,
really...
my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
What the fuck?
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Okay, this is really intriguing.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
I'm so
But I
intrigued.
had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Ant farm. They're all dead. Molly! I know Molly. Ooh. I like how everything's kind of
I
like...
grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Oh, it's a dolphin.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Interesting. Ooh, Molly's diary.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Your gerbil? Oh,
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I can eat the fish. Of course. Lol.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Alright, I can identify with this. Oh, Yeah, they're very seafaring family. All right, let's leave here. Oh, we can eat the toilet water. But I'm tiny right now, so let me just drink. Ooh, I want to eat toothpaste.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh. That's got to be bad though. That's got to that's got to
I
be.
ate a lot of things that night.
They're got to be fake. Did you hear that? Was that a bird? The window?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Meow. I'm gonna catch you.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Where is it? Where is it?
Rabbits.
Rabbits. Nailed it! First try, baby.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
A fox or something? What do owls eat? Mice? Rabbits are pretty big.
A mama rabbit.
No hope.
She was almost too big to carry.
Man, Molly's
I
a
started
fucking...
choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Chad, what is this game?
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Ooh, here we go, here we go, here we go.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. Grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. now I was a monster and I smelled people everywhere.
This is normal. I think.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
This is really eerie. What has this become? This insatiable quest to get food.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Then drunken sailor.
His belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor.
Yeah, this is creepy as fuck. I'm surprised Ellie liked this. It's really creepy.
Passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Wait, so this is Molly, right? Poo? Is that what it smelled like? Wait.
I got closer and closer.
Oh. Oh no, it's gonna be Molly. Oh no. It's gonna be Molly. Is it?
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
What? What? Thanks for the follow, Malin Landon. Oh my god.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
That's just a little bit creepy.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Oh, okay then. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's just, let's check under the bed, I guess. No?
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
In the castle? No. Way hey and up she rises. Way. December 1947. Oh, the cat!
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Interesting.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
Okay. It's kind of a snake. A snake. A long noodle. A boop boy. Derpy Jr. I fucking love that name. Zerpy. Okay. It's a shit
Edie
name.
knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Interesting. Oh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, I thought that was a Oh, look
The
here.
room is like a museum.
Well, let's find out.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Interesting. Let's find out more.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn
Ingeborga.
son, Johan.
I told you that's how you
On
say
January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
That's why. Okay, gotcha.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
A nice name for an island.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Interesting. Odin's son.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
You don't say. All right, let's close this book. Continue. Sven and Eddie. Edie, sorry.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Okay, interesting.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Okay. Oh, built 1937, Sven.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go.
Classic.
For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Classic Edie. Am I right, chat? Oh, yeah.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
I mean, see, I like people like that. Oh, that's how he died? Oh. Why the fuck were you making a dragon slide, though? Like, seriously. I'm sure you have better things to do. Also, what's this? Why is this game so
Even in her
fascinated
90s,
with sharks?
sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh, lol. What? Shag carp? What is this? The fuck? What? Shag carpet
The
in the
only trace
bathroom.
Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
You don't say. There's a bottle of wine in there. Oh, here we go. This is pretty cool. I like this sort of
There's
stuff.
a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
See, how cool is that? I love that. Oh, don't want to miss
Sven
out.
gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Nice, cool. Cool beans. All right, we didn't miss anything. Ooh, Milton. So Milton's been here before. Ah. Is this Milton's room? No, that's Sam. Sam! Okay, well, I can't go that way, it seems. It's annoying.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Look at all these memorials. Holy shit.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Ooh, I've got a broken leg. Whoops, sorry. I don't know how to swing.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
I'm busy flying.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Time to
I told
fly.
him going around was impossible.
No, it's possible. Watch this, chat. Watch
Maybe
this.
if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Dude, I'm about to go back. I'm about to do it.
Maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Oh my god, I'm about to do it.
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Come on, let's do it. Let's fucking go. Oh my god. Oh, we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Oh, I got really... Oh, Jesus. It feels, man.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
I mean, who hasn't tried to go around? I mean, you haven't lived until you've tried. Because I think that's everyone's first realization that you can't do it, and oh my god, you're gonna die and fall on your head if you do. Obviously, it's not that drastic.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Now, I really like the way they've done all this sort of stuff in the rooms. That feels like
Mom
a...
said Grandpa Sam enlisted
real
at
home.
18 and never set foot in the room again.
Feels sad, man. Oh, fireworks. All these, like, hidden stuff.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
I want to go this way. Oh, no. We should go back. This is Barbara. Barbara
Growing
Finch.
up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Place is so cool.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Oh, damn. Oh,
Oh, Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
This is
She found
an amazing
Rick's
game.
lunch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Seriously racked the beanbag on wheels. It's a punching bag, I know.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Fuck. Okay, this is ruining the mood, Zeus. Don't do that. Shh. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't take this right now.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And whoever he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Always.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
What the?
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do you reckon it's the boyfriend?
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Shit. Oh my god, this can't be happening to me right now.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Oh my god. I got good again, and then I got bad, and then I got... Interesting. Interesting, I'm back.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I really liked that, though. That was good. I mean, there was parts of it at the end that were, you know, a bit silly, but I think it's meant to be a little bit silly. It's not meant to be a horror game. Happy birthday, Barbara. Oh, it's you know what's really great? They've like left everything in here to be rotten and all sorts of things. Wait, am I pregnant? Oh, you can't ask that. Come on, Zeus. You know that? I know, I like Barbara. Barbara's pretty cool. Do you think, is there anything else I need to do here, chat? Or am I all good to go?
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
I wonder if that's actually true.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Well, fair enough. She's most
It's
famous.
funny. All those times I played with the music
Mom
box
must have locked
and never
their
found
first
the
stairs on the
basement
night
key.
we left.
Wait, what?
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Cool. All right, so let's try and see if we can do that with the... Get down to the basement, right? That seems like fun. I think, maybe. I don't know. No, you can't interact with everything here. Just keep winding, chat. That's a pretty nifty trick there. I'm really enjoying this game. I like this sort of style of this has great immersion, and I'm probably ruining it for you guys, but holy shit. I've never been so focused on a game that I've been like pretty much not reading chat.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
It's hard for a game to keep me so engrossed, gotta say.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Uh-oh.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
She wasn't. Bodies!
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Okay. A cult?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Thomas the Tank Engine. Nice. Damn.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
What?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
It's been 10 years. How come he looks so identical?
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone.
Wait, how did he keep getting the...
Maybe it got tired of waiting.
How did he keep getting the calendars,
Or
though?
maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
I'm sorry to tell you, but I... Oh, here we go.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly. And Calvin.
The fuck?
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Choo choo, motherfucker. What an
Walter
idiot.
died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
That's really
I'm
weird.
sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Oh, yes, that's what it looks like. Completely. All right, let's go. This would be so interesting as her finding out this sort of stuff.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Ooh, tomato sauce.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else.
This is kind of like a movie.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Shit, maybe. Thanks for the follow there, Dan.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Ooh. Totem
But I
pole?
thought you should know about your family.
I'm right, she's pregnant! Oh my god, fucking deductive abilities, Zeus.
And the history you're a part of.
Do we walk out into the ocean? She's 17, yeah. Look, she's definitely pregnant. Nah, yep, that's a
Though,
baby.
to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
You're in the womb, so you're fine. Actually, I am pretty lost.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I'm gonna check in here. Oh, cool, there's nothing. But what about this way? Hmm. I want to know what the fuck this totem pole is. Really? Oh, okay. Well, we just lit up the pathway. Cool. Shut up, I am smart. Come on. You didn't see it coming. I know you saw the train, but you didn't see this coming. I'm just so intelligent that I am very observational. Pregnant.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Oh, I need to open this. Sorry, guys. There we go.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
The smart one.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Zoe, Coco, Chanel, Tucker.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
That's amazing. I love that one.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
That's their house?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Okay, is that it? Oh, cool.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
I think they died in the war, I think. Oh shit, because they haven't been able to find Milton. They haven't put a...
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Lewis. We don't know much about Lewis either. So that's interesting.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
This you could write a book about this. Holy crap. This was like actually a family. Amazing.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Pog. Sis was right. Uh-oh. This is always right.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Whoa.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Here we go. Another story.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strong. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
I don't want to take a photo of that. What else do I want to take a photo
You're
of?
right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Oh, there. That. What a fucking phenomenal photo. What am I looking for? That's... Oh, here we go. What? Anything that's in focus? Chat. Am I looking for the Loch Ness? I thought it was going to be a photo of them. Well, I can't move past here. This is... I can only take photos of stuff down here. Eventually I'll get it. Come on, there's got to be something.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Oh,
still wanna take a
lol.
picture?
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Alright, I'm trying to figure out what... I thought I had to take a photo of him.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
Found it. Found
Before
it.
you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don!
Oh, what the fuck? Great shot there.
I'm proud of you, Don.
Good shot,
Always
Dawn.
remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer. Hang on, kiddo. Just trying to get a shot of the two of us together.
What? What? I was there. I was there.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Damn, 33 and... Damn.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Oh, all those lenses. Sweet. Been looking for new ones. Okay. There's still like a few more people that I don't even know about in this. We've heard about the siblings a lot. But that's about it. Ooh. Interesting. I'm very much liking this.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
It's free on Epic Game Store right now. You want to save yourself some money? That's why I'm playing it now. Lol, everyone fucking says that. Oh, shit. Okay, so the divorce.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Bath time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he's... Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I remembered.
Now to husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power, but all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
That was quick. I think we're gonna learn about Louis.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Edith!
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Wait, what?
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last.
Never lasts. A through... What? They already have so many books. Don't they already have like a crap ton of books downstairs? Why do they need anything? Oh my god, 12 times table! My favorite! My favorite! To teach and to learn. Dawn Finch. That's a nice laptop.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Oh my god, are we gonna find him? This is too suspicious. Oh, okay. What a fucking view. Oh my god, there's more? That's a cool little, insignia thing.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Let's do it. Long fucking book. What? No, that's not the end of Milton. No one knows where he is.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
He's here. I can feel it. The magic paintbrush. Milton's around here. He's here.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Okay, maybe he's not. The door. Magic door.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Is there anything around here that he might have? Nope. Alright, at least the moon looks good. Alright, we gotta go up, no doubt. See, isn't that great that you come out here and you don't even notice the stairs because you're so engrossed what's gonna happen here. So it's like that
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. That's why they have so many cans. Makes sense. Now, what I was going to say was, like, you know that ad about, like, paying attention, and there's how many times did the basketball get thrown, and there's a bear that walks through? That one. Kind of good. Reminds me of it. It's good. It means that this is a very engaging piece of art. Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
Weed.
That part of him lived on.
Lots of weed and video games. Fun.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Oh yeah, it's weed. Okay, yeah, weed. I mean, I don't know what weed looks like.
Dear Mrs. Finch, As Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Man, I'm really fucking good at this.
He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
Up this way.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Oh shit.
And things that have not names.
Uh-oh.
He knew it was all in his head.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
The fuck?
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee.
Lol.
Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Where's my fish?
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Dog! What's his name? His name's Dog.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Oh shit. There we go. Gotta love some Lewis
He built
Topia.
the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something.
Something's gonna happen.
Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Lol.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
That's my concern.
And one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor.
Lol.
And he won.
Of course he did. It's his own fantasy.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Nice, nice. This is so meta, by the way.
St. Louis.
Oh shit.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis.
Oh. Lol.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
He'd be making bank. Give me a fish.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for...
Fuck. Make it. Yes.
Radiant
nice.
rainbows. He followed the sound of her...
Silver harp, silver harp, silver harp, silver harp, silver harp.
silver harp.
Let's see, can I do this?
His
Ooh.
chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Weird. Okay, cool.
Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
So many fish. Sorry guys, I'm playing...
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Man, this is, holy shit.
Began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Is this Lewis? Or is that Lewis? Who am I?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Is he as good as me? As worse. Lewis is not pregnant. I don't know who the fuck this is, by the way. Oh, I'm supposed to go up here.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
On the beautiful and handsome queen who loved radiant
his queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So we've got... Oh, shit. So we've got Edie next. I guess. Or my mum.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
Wait, no. I gotta go. There we go. Oh, fuck. Imagine being a part of this family, though. Be mourning left, right, and center.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Why do you want me here? Whose place is this? Mom's?
My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
This is an emotional journey of a game. It's available on the Epic Games Store for free right
but it
now.
Had to end one way or another.
Use code
All
PTEF.
that's left now was to tell you about that last night.
Ooh. 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 Thanks for the follows, guys. So the basis of this game is you're going through finding out about your family and how they passed and all that sort of stuff. It's really good.
That
Really
whole
good.
last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Not spooky. Some things are a bit confronting.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Ooh.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
All right. Pretty cool. So this house, you pretty much explore this house and find out about the family. That's probably the best way to put it. I don't want to spoil anything. It's a really good game. Goes about for 2 hours.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches. Oh, thanks for the 20 bits. Appreciate it.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Ooh.
That night, The tide went way, way out.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
Her dad,
But I never thought
Grandpa.
I'd go back to it.
called Odin, was bringing this house
When
from
the fog
Norway.
rolled in,
Or Sweden.
I lost my way.
Uh-oh. Does anyone remember? Which way? Uh-oh.
I got turned around.
Oh. Do I turn around? Oh, now I'm really lost.
I started seeing things.
Interesting.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Dragons. Paper. Snow. A ghost.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
This is an interesting sort of thing to write in a book for a kid. But anyway. So Edie's the grandma of Edith.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
No!
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Bye, Edie.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Everyone did this,
We
right?
both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
See, they do really cool stuff like this where I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
My
Oh, there
mom
we go.
didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Cancer? Dawn! That's my mum.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
Pepe hand.
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
Until
Until I found out about you.
Immaculate Conception?
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Wait, is
this journal was supposed to be for you? But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Where am I coming out of?
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Wait, what?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh! Oh, dude. What? If you haven't played this game, well, that's a bit of a spoiler for you. What? Damn. Damn, son. Oh, that's a solid game. That's a really good game. Holy crap.